Yes. So our next chapter is valuation of goodwill. Yes. So first thing you need to know, what do you mean by goodwill? So can anyone tell me now, what do you mean by goodwill? Goodwill. You have came across this word regularly, isn't it? Goodwill means what? Goodwill means what? According to you, what do you mean by goodwill? Yes. Anyone can answer. There are many people are there. No one is answering.
Reputation.
Yes, see this. Now, goodwill means it is one kind of reputation. Yes, correct. It is one kind of reputation. Or goodwill means extra profit also. Goodwill means extra profit you are earning above the normal profit. So that is known as super profit, but you can consider that also as a goodwill. Yes. So generally, goodwill is nothing but it is a reputation of the firm. Suppose the firm served for 20 years or 25 years. Yes. Pooja is saying good name for the company. Yes, that is correct. Good name for the company. How company can create good name? Company can create good name by serving for longer period of time. If one company just formed, and of course there won't be any goodwill if company is just formed, and if you compare with a company which has been there for more than 20 years, of course people will go there because it is well established firm. That is why goodwill is very very important. So now if you see here, goodwill is the present value of the firm, anticipated expected earning or excess earning. Yes, so it is a present value of firm's anticipated excess earning. So excess earning means above normal profit, whatever you are earning, that is you can term it as abnormal profit or super profit. So that is known as goodwill. In other words, goodwill may be stated as the value of reputation of a business house in respect of profit expected in future over and above the normal level of profit earned by an undertaking belonging to the same class of business. So what example you can give here? Example you can give here is, suppose one firm started its operation in 2020, year 2020. So the profit for that particular firm in 2020 is 50,000. Let us say 50,000. And if we compare the profit for the another firm which established in 2010 is 1 lakh. So now here if you see, normal profit for all the firm is 50,000, but one firm is earning 1 lakh. Why 1 lakh? Why that is earning 1 lakh? Because it has created some reputation. So the excess profit means 1 lakh minus 50,000 is excess profit. Though, so that 50,000 is known as goodwill. Goodwill for that particular firm. Yes. So now, if you see, after knowing the meaning of goodwill, next thing you need to know is why valuation of goodwill is needed or why it is necessary to value goodwill. So one by one we need to discuss need for valuation of goodwill. First one, when the business of the company is taken over by another company, as in the case of amalgamation and absorption. So same concepts we have discussed in the case of valuation of shares also. Valuation of shares also we have discussed the same concept, isn't it? So in that also we discussed about amalgamation. So what do you mean by amalgamation? You should be knowing that is two companies coming together to form one new company. So let us say there is A limited and B limited, both are coming together to form one new company. Maybe it is C limited or it may be AB limited, isn't it? So that is known as amalgamation. Absorption means what? Absorption means it is one kind of taken over, taking over. One company's business is taken over by another company business. So see this, there is A company's business is taken over by B company. So this is a case of absorption. So only two companies are involved. In the case of amalgamation, more than two companies are involved. So here we why goodwill valuation is needed. See this, goodwill changes year by year. That is one more thing, isn't it? Goodwill changes year by year. That means, so now at the beginning of the firm's operation, that is initially when you start the business, goodwill is very less or almost nil. There is no goodwill. But after 1 or 2 years, you will create some goodwill, isn't it? because there may be publicity. Then suppose let us take the example of Geo for that matter. When Geo started, of course, it created a lot of buzz, isn't it? Everyone subscribed their SIM and automatically they started building their reputation. Then now what happened? It has become one kind of monopoly now. But now if you compare the rates with other companies, other competitors, now it is almost same for data network rates. So that is the case here. See this. So when there is amalgamation and absorption, valuation of goodwill is needed. Why? Because every year goodwill changes. Next one. Next one, when the company shares are not quoted on stock exchange. So what do you mean by stock exchange? So stock exchange, there are various shares are quoted or various companies shares are listed on stock exchange. So usually there are two types of quotation also, direct quotation and indirect quotation. And public company, for it is necessary to list their shares on stock exchange, and for private company it depends, it is optional for private company. Yes, whenever, now if you see here, shares are not quoted, they said shares are not quoted on stock exchange, then you don't know about the exact value of that particular share, and you don't know whether that firm is making the profit or loss. How you will analyze? For that purpose goodwill is needed. If you see the goodwill of that particular firm, then you will get some trust to invest in that particular firm. So that is one more thing, that is why goodwill is needed. And third one, when the business of the company is being taken over by the government, why government is taking over the business? So sometimes if you see now, for LIC sector is a government undertaking. But now there is a news that they may sell the LIC shares and it may become private undertaking, isn't it? So have you heard about this news now? LIC is going to be a private now. Yes, can anyone tell me about LIC? Whether it is a private or public as of now? Yes, whether it is a private or public. Life Insurance Corporation. So as of now, it is public, but there is a news that they may sell, government may sell LIC share. Similarly, railways also same thing. So for that reason, we need to calculate the goodwill of the particular business. Why? Because when the other party will take over the business of one particular party, in that case we want to know how that company is doing the business, what is their reputation, what is the profit earned by the company in the past few years. So everything matters, isn't it, while you're purchasing anything? Yes. So next, fourth one, when a person wants to purchase a large block of company share with a view to acquire control over the management of the company. So person purchasing the large block of share. So you can give the example of holding and subsidiary company. Okay. So what do you mean by holding company? Can anyone tell me now? What do you mean by holding company? Yes. What do you mean by holding company? Holding means what? Subsidiary means what? Who is a parent company? Yes. Akamsha, Amrita, Ankita, Anusha, Ashish, Disha, Narasimha, Omkar, Pooja, Pramod, Pratish, Rajat, Shifali, Suresh. Yes. So what do you mean by holding company? Holding company is a company which has more than 51% of the share capital in another company. More than 51% of the share capital. So this company becomes holding company, and another company which is having less than 51% becomes subsidiary company. So that is the meaning of holding and subsidiary. See this. So in that case also goodwill valuation is needed. That is need for valuation of goodwill. So there are four cases and other things you can add. Other things you can add. Why? Because if you see the valuation of shares need and valuation of goodwill need one and the same. One and the same. Except for some this one statements, all other things are similar. So you can add that also. Yes. Next. Yes. Yes. So now next thing is factor affecting the value of goodwill. So what and all factor affects for value of goodwill? How you can increase the company's goodwill, or what are the reason for decrease in company's goodwill? That we need to see now first. So now first thing you need to see location factor, where the company is located. That is very important. Why? Because if you are doing your business in an uncrowded place, then of course there is a less chance of getting more goodwill. Why? Because there are no people at all. But if your company is located in a center place, then of course more people will come, more people will get attracted, of course you can generate more goodwill. So that is the meaning of this one. Location of business is very important. See this, well located business can attract more customers, so more goodwill can be created. Next, time factor. Why time factor is important? New business, very less goodwill. But if there is a old or well established well established business, then in that case what happens? There is more goodwill. Yes. So the older the business, goodwill is more. The newer the business, goodwill is less. So that is the one more thing. Time factor is very important. And nature of business. So, if there is monopoly situation, the firm enjoys more goodwill. So, what do you mean by monopoly? So, now monopoly means that is single seller. Single seller, only one firm is dominating the market. In that case, you can say it is a monopoly. So, what example you can give here is for of Mescom. So, now let us take the example of Mescom, because you are using electricity for household activities, isn't it? So after that you need to pay the electricity bill, isn't it? Electricity bill you need to pay after, at the end of every month. But now per unit, Mescom can rise the bill. They can increase the amount per unit. So let us say for 1 unit it is 15 rupees. Now they can increase. Now let us they may say that it is for 1 unit 20 rupees. So now 5 rupees you need to pay more, but you cannot do anything. You cannot do at all. Why? Because there is only one company, only one, that is Mescom, Bangalore Electricity Board. So in that case, you have to pay whatever they are going to sell, isn't it? Whatever they are going to tell you, that you are going to pay. Why? Because there is no substitutes are available. When there is a substitute, you can directly switch to the other product. But whether there is a substitute available, no substitute. Only Mescom is regulating all the electricity activities. So that is the reason when there is a only one firm, of course they will enjoy more goodwill. Then profitability factor. Why profitability factor is important? Profitability refers to profit which the company is expected to earn in the future. Okay, so how you can determine company's future expected profit? You can do trend analysis. How you can do trend analysis? You can compare the previous profit, previous year's profit. You can compare, isn't it? How to compare the previous year profit? Yes, Pramod. Yes, how you can compare previous year profit? So previous year profit you can compare by seeing last 4 to 5 years profit. And next you need to do whether there is an increasing trend or decreasing trend. What do you mean by increasing trend? So suppose for the year 2016 profit is 40,000. For the year 2017 profit is 60,000. 18 80,000. So it is constantly increasing year after year. Then you can say profit as an increasing trend. Similarly, if the profit is decreasing, 2016 profit is 2 lakh, 17 1 lakh 60, 18 1 lakh. In that case, profit is constantly decreasing, then profit is having decreasing trend. By that you can predict the future year profit. Similarly for shares, if you go for shares also same thing. If company for the last 6 months shows a decreasing graph, in that case you can predict almost 90 to 95%, you can say that for the next month also there will be a decline in the activities of the company. So that is the meaning of this one. See, this profitability factor is also very important factor for determining the value of goodwill. Next, efficiency of management. What do you mean by efficiency? Efficiency is nothing but optimization of everything. So how you can do optimization of everything? Here, optimization means you are using minimum cost, maximum benefit. Minimum cost are given and maximum benefits are derived from minimum cost. See this, planned production, distribution and efficient management leads to better profit and higher value of goodwill. So if everything is organized in one planned manner, in that case, of course, there will be a more chance of getting higher profit, and that may result in higher goodwill. So that is the fifth one. Next, sixth one is access to supplies. Okay, here in times of raw material shortage, a firm enjoying favorable position regarding the supply of material will possess more goodwill. So what example you can give here? Oh, we'll take the example of TV showroom here. See this. So TV showroom, one type of TV, let us take one Sony TV. Okay, Sony Bravia TV will take. So now there are five showrooms. Five showrooms dealing with Sony Bravia TV. Now, in the four showrooms, there is no go down. In four showrooms, there is no go down. But in one of the showroom, there is a go down. So that dealer of that particular showroom, what he'll do, he will purchase the Sony Bravia TV in bulk and stores that TV in that particular go down. Yes, now there is a high demand for Sony Bravia TV. So in that case, what happens? Four other four showroom is there, right? So all the stocks are sold, and in the fifth showroom also all the stocks are sold. But now there is a non-availability of a Sony Bravia TV in other four go down, other four dealers. But in the fifth shop there is a go down, and he has a reserved stock. He has a reserved stock, so he will enjoy more goodwill. Why? Because there is a non-availability of product in other showrooms. That is why now you have to go to that particular showroom only. That is why that particular dealer will enjoy more goodwill. That is access to supplies. Next, other factor. What are the other factor? Earning capacity of company depends on government policies, political stability, profit trend, etc. What do you mean by government policy? So government policy may be free or liberal policy, or it may be a strict policy. Changes in the tax rate, isn't it? Changes in tax rate also very important. And if you see here, one more thing is profit trend and political stability. What do you mean by political stability? Changes in the government. One government may bring one rule, and if another government comes after 5 years, then what happens? They may change that rule. They can remove that rule, and they can bring their own new rule, isn't it? So those are the things affects the value of goodwill. So these are the things you need to know before solving the problem. So what are the factor affecting the value of goodwill? What are the need for valuation of goodwill? And what do you mean by goodwill? Yes, anything regarding this till now, you can ask. Yes, you can ask. You can unmute yourself and ask now. Anything regarding this goodwill? Yes, any doubt regarding this, you can ask me now, or you can comment in the chat box also. Yes. See, this type of theory portion and all comes for 6 months. 6 months they'll ask theory. So, if you are not attempting problems, then you need to be thorough with the theories. You need to study theory part also. Yes. So, I hope till now the concept is clear. So, now next thing we need to see is, yes, methods of valuation of goodwill. Next concept is methods of valuation of goodwill. So basically there are 3 to 4 methods are given that we need to see. First one is simple profit method or average profit method. So what do you mean by simple profit or average profit? What do you mean by average profit? You are considering several past years profit and you are taking the average, then you will get average profit. And when you want to calculate goodwill, there is one more concept of years of purchase, isn't it? Years of purchase is also very important, and average profit into years of purchase, if you do, you will get simple profit. So that's the meaning of this one. So this is one of the simplest method of calculation of value of goodwill. So if you see this under this method, goodwill is expressed as a purchase of a certain number of years of a profit based on average profit of a given number of years. Okay, so what do you can say here? Average profit formula is equal to total profit. So suppose 4 year profit is given, total of 4 years profit divided by number of years. So what is the number of years? So 4 year profit is given, so 4 is number of years. So if you do, you will get average profit. Average profit into years of purchase, if you do, you will get goodwill. So this is our first method. So that for that formulas are there that we need to see later. So now that this is the first method, then there is a super profit method. So what do you mean by super profit method? Super profit method is nothing but if the company is earning above the normal profit. If the company is earning above the normal profit, then there is an extra profit. Extra profit becomes a super profit. So what is the formula for super profit? In the previous chapter also, one problem we have discussed about super profit, isn't it? So there is one formula for super profit. What is that? Actual minus expected or expected minus actual, that we need to see. Yes, what is that formula? Anyone remembers? Actual minus expected profit is equal to super profit. So what do you mean by actual profit now? Actual profit is nothing but average profit. Very simple. Average annual profit is equal to actual profit. Then expected profit is nothing but capital employed. So what do you mean by capital employed? Capital employed is nothing but here we are going to consider total value of assets and total value of liabilities. So in short, you can say C is equal to NA. What do you mean by NA? Net asset method. So capital employed is nothing but net asset method. Yes. So net asset method, agreed value of asset minus agreed value of liability, you will get net asset. Yes. So this is super profit method. Then there is a capitalization method. Third one is capitalization method. How you can capitalize? With the help of what you can capitalize? There is a concept of NRR, normal rate of return. So normal rate of return is somewhat similar to the expected rate of return. So this is a return, this is a standard return the company will earn in one particular year. So it may be 8%, 10%, 12%, 15%, anything. So that return is standard. That is fixed for every year. Yes. So that is known as a normal rate of return. With the help of normal rate of return, we can calculate capitalized profit, or under capitalization method, there are various things are there. Capitalization of average profit is there. Capitalization of super profit. So various things are there that we need to discuss later. Yes. So now see this. In this method, capitalization method, total value of the business is found out by capitalizing expected average profit on the base of normal rate of return. Yes. So the value of goodwill is a difference between the value of the business so found out and the actual capital employed in the business. So in the question, they will give you actual capital employed. That will be given in the question. You need to calculate net business, total value of net capital employed, you need to find out. Then you need to deduct. Then you will get capitalized profit. Yes. Then there is an annuity method. For annuity method, there is a discounted table. For 1 rupee, this is a discount rate. So let us say 0.2, 0.23 paisa. So on that basis, you need to calculate super profit. Then you can calculate annuity. Into years of purchase, you can calculate annuity method. So there are 4 types of methods: simple profit, super profit, capitalization, and annuity method. So basically, this chapter involves these problems of super profit. Super profit method is a very important method among these 4. And one more method is there that they have not mentioned is weighted profit. Weighted profit is an extension of average profit. So what do you mean by weighted profit? Weighted profit means there are certain weights are assigned. Certain weights will be given. Either it will be given in the problem or you should assign the weights. How you can assign the weights? If nothing is given in the problem, you can assign the weights like 1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose 4-year profit is given, you can assign the weights as 1, 2, 3, 4. If nothing is given, if they give, you should consider that weight. Yes. So that is the weighted profit. So now after discussing all these 4 methods, now there are certain formulas you need to know. Formulas you need to know. See this first formula for weighted profit method. So weighted average profit means what? So now weighted average profit is equal to total weighted profit. Total weighted profit divided by total weights. So how to get a total weighted profit? So first there will be average profit. First, you need to calculate average profit. Average profit into number of weights. Average profit into number of weights. If you do, you will get what? Total weighted profit. Then, but we want weighted average profit. So, total weighted profit divided by total weight. If you do, you will get weighted average profit. But that is not enough. We want goodwill. Goodwill means this answer. this answer, weighted average profit into years of purchase. Years of purchase will be mentioned in the problem. If nothing is mentioned, years of purchase should be taken as one. One you should take years of purchase. If nothing is given in the problem. Yes. So that is about weighted average profit. Next, there is a super profit method. Super profit method formula, main formula is actual minus expected profit. Now we need to see what do you mean by actual profit. Actual profit is equal to average profit. Average profit is equal to annual average profit also same. Yes. And expected profit. Expected profit is equal to capital employed. So what do you mean by capital employed? Capital employed is equal to total asset minus total liability. That is nothing but net asset. That is why capital employed is equal to net asset. So you need to remember this formula before solving the problem. Remembering the formula is important. Yes. Next is average capital employed. So how to get average capital employed? CE minus half of C by P, half of current year's profit. That is capital employed minus half of current year's profit. So current year's profit means last year's profit, recent year's profit. Of that half you need to take. Then there is an expected profit. What do you mean by expected profit? That is average capital employed. This answer, average capital employed into ERR, expected rate of return, or else you can say NRR, normal rate of return. So average capital employed into expected rate of return, you will get expected profit. So now once you got actual and expected profit, you need to deduct. You need to deduct. See this, super profit is equal to actual profit minus expected profit. Then you will get SP. That is your super profit. But we want goodwill. How to get goodwill? Goodwill is equal to super profit into years of purchase. Super profit into years of purchase, you will get goodwill. This is our super profit method. Most of the problems in this chapter involve super profit method. So very important. Next is capitalization of average profit, capitalization of super profit. So this type of sum comes for 6 mark. 6 mark problem they'll ask. So see now capitalization method. Capitalization of average profit method. First thing, how to calculate goodwill. Goodwill is equal to capitalized profit minus net capital employed. I told net capital employed will be given in the problem. If it is not given in the problem, how to calculate net capital employed? Can anyone tell me how to calculate net capital employed if it is not mentioned in the problem? Yes. How to calculate net capital employed? Yes. Can anyone tell me? Capital employed means what? Till now we have discussed. Capital employed means what? Net asset. So net capital employed means asset minus liability. Very simple. Net capital employed means asset minus liability, or else it is agreed value of asset or market value of asset minus total value of liability. Only external liabilities. External liabilities including provisions and contingency. So these are the things included. Shareholders funds are not included. So this is one more thing. While solving capitalization of average profit method, how to remember the formula? Now here for capitalized profit, one thing is common, that is in the denominator normal rate of return will be there. In the denominator normal rate of return will be there, and in the numerator whatever you are going to calculate. If you are calculating super profit in the numerator. If you are calculating average profit in the numerator. So here we are calculating capitalization of average profit. That is why capitalized profit is equal to average profit divided by normal rate of return into 100. So this is our capitalized profit. Yes. So this capitalized profit we have seen, isn't it? In the last chapter also we have seen capitalized profit. Do you remember under market value method we have calculated, or under yield method we have calculated capitalized profit? Yes. Next, average profit, you know, total profit divided by number of years, you will get average profit. So now one more method is there under capitalization, that is capitalization of super profit. So only difference, instead of average profit you are going to write super profit in the numerator. Goodwill is equal to super profit divided by normal rate of return into 100. Super profit, you know, that is actual minus expected profit. Then annuity method. How to calculate annuity method? Goodwill is equal to super profit into annuity. So in order to calculate annuity method, first you need to determine super profit first. Then you need to multiply with a table value of annuity. Then you will get goodwill. That is under annuity method. So any doubt regarding this? Anything you want to ask regarding this formula? You can ask now. All the formulas you need to know before solving the problem. Yes, now you can ask anything regarding the valuation of goodwill. Yes, any doubt regarding valuation of goodwill formulas?